You've heard of a social security number, right? Of course you have. But have you ever heard of the other social security number? Well, okay, it's not actually a social security number, but there's a 9-digit number issued by the IRS that plays this huge, mostly unseen role in the US economy. So what's with the giant number on your screen? Well, that is $5.8 billion. That's the net amount of taxes paid in just 1 year by people who are using this other number. That is a massive amount of money going straight into the US Treasury. And here's the kicker. That $5.8 billion, it comes from people who can't get a social security number, but they're still required by law to pay federal taxes on any money they earn here in the US. So that's the big question, isn't it? If you don't have an SSN, how in the world are you supposed to file and pay your taxes? Well, the answer is a special tool the IRS came up with way back in 1996. It's called an ITIN. So first, let's just talk about its official job. The ITIN was really created for one reason and one reason only: to make tax administration possible. It's basically a bridge, connecting the law that says you have to pay taxes with the reality that some people just can't get the standard number to do it. And here's the official definition for you. It's the Individual Taxpayer Identification Number, or ITIN. It's 9 digits long, just like a social security number, but the dead giveaway is that first digit. If it starts with a 9, you're looking at an ITIN. Now, this part is absolutely crucial because there are a lot of myths out there. Let's be super clear. An ITIN is not a work permit. It does not make you eligible for Social Security benefits, and it has zero impact on a person's immigration status. Its only legally defined job is for filing taxes. That's it. But, and this is a big but, that's not where the story ends. While the government made the ITIN just for taxes, the financial world looked at it and saw something else: a way to verify a person's identity and open the door to banking. In this quote right here, it just perfectly captures that shift in thinking. A lot of banks and credit unions started to realize that serving people with ITINs wasn't just a good thing to do for the community, it was also smart business. They saw a whole group of people who were working, earning, and needed a safe place for their money.
And just look at what that unlocked. All of a sudden, an ITIN could be the key to opening a basic checking or savings account, getting a loan for a car to get to work, or even getting a credit card to start building a credit history. It accidentally became this unofficial passport into the mainstream financial world.
Okay, so you might be wondering, how does somebody actually get one of these? Well, it's not as simple as just filling out a form. The process is really specific, and it's all designed to prove you have a real tax reason for needing one. It all starts right here with this guy, the IRS Form W-7. This is the official application, but, and this is the important part, you can't just send this form in by itself. See, it's a package deal. You have to send in that W-7 along with a completed federal tax return. That's how you prove to the IRS you actually have a reason to be filing. And on top of that, you have to send in original documents, like your passport, or officially certified copies to prove who you are. That can be a huge hurdle for a lot of people. Which brings us to the central dilemma, really, the big trade-off for anyone thinking about using an ITN. On the one hand, you've got some very real rewards, like being compliant with tax law and getting access to a bank account. But on the other hand, there are some very real fears about privacy. And this is the question at the heart of it all. If you're an individual, especially someone who is undocumented, and you give all your personal info to a federal agency, what guarantee do you have that it won't be used for something else, like immigration enforcement? So, legally speaking, the protection is supposed to be pretty strong. There's a part of the tax code, Section 6103, that's designed to be a firewall. It basically says the IRS is forbidden from sharing your tax data with other government agencies. It's really the bedrock of the whole system, so everyone feels safe filing their taxes. However, that firewall has definitely been put to the test. Other government bodies like the Treasury Inspector General for Tax Administration, that's a mouthful, let's call it TIGTA. They've argued that these privacy rules actually get in the way of their own investigations. So while the law is clear, the pressure from other agencies to get that data is very, very real. So with that risk, why do it? I think this quote from an ITIN user named Ernesto gets right to the heart of it. For a lot of people, filing taxes isn't just about following the rules. It's about creating an official record, a paper trail that shows they've been here, contributing to the economy, and being a responsible member of the community. All right, so let's zoom out for a minute and look at the bigger picture. The ITIN program didn't just pop up out of thin air. It has actually changed a lot over the years, and those changes reflect shifting priorities in Washington. If you look at this timeline, you can see how it all unfolded. It started back in '96 as just a simple tool for the IRS. But by 2003, concerns were raised, so they tightened the rules and made you file a tax return with the application. Then, in 2015, Congress stepped in and made it so ITINs could actually expire if you don't use them. And that brings us to the big, final question. What exactly is the ITIN today? Is it still just what the IRS meant it to be? A technical little tool for processing taxes? Or has it evolved through the actions of millions of people and thousands of banks into something much, much bigger? A powerful, if unofficial, engine for economic inclusion? That's the question we'll leave you with.